So I've been in the property industry now for over 18 years and I have dealt with literally thousands of offers. And the biggest mistake that I see when it comes to people making offers is they're too quick to increase their offer when it comes to the negotiation process. And what that means is that if you are looking to purchase a property and you are too quick to increase your offer, immediately as an agent, I'm going to be suggesting to my vendor, my client, that there is always a continued scope to increase that offer by incrementally going up. Because ultimately, I'm interested in getting the most out of you for my seller. And the fact that you are already negotiating up means that you've got wiggle room. Now, I don't know where that wiggle room lies. So, of course, what that means is that we could just push you and push you and push you. And then the problem is the ball is in the seller's court, not yours. And the secret to good negotiation, to good offer making, to good deal making is to continue to retain control of the process, even when everyone else thinks they have it themselves. And the best way to do that I've found over the years that I've been in the industry, over the countless offers that I've taken on behalf of clients and also made on behalf of clients, is our 3 offer process. Now, sometimes we reduce this to 2 offers, but more often than not, we tend to have our 3 offer process. Now, the 2 offer process is offer 1 and offer 2, obviously, and the 3 offer process has a 3rd offer, which is a best and final offer, which is the absolute max that we can possibly go to because we don't want to lose the deal. And more often than not, it's not really that much more than offer 2. It just makes them absolutely certain that that's as far as we can go. However, offer 1 is usually our cheeky offer. That is the offer that if we could get that deal done at that price, it would be an absolute no-brainer. We'd whiz that through as quickly as possible and hope that they didn't realize they could have got more out of us at any stage. Now, I'll be brutally honest, the chances of offer 1 being accepted quickly are very rare, unless the situation that the vendor is in is one that they are truly motivated, and then actually the cheeky offer becomes a realistic offer when it comes to them wanting the deal to move quickly, or for there being flexibility around that deal, or whatever it might be. That's the offset of what that offer is going to be. However, normally in the normal offer purchasing process, offer 2 is the one that's most likely to be accepted. So offer 1, cheeky, then offer 2, which is our realistic offer. So that's the offer that we really want to make sure has the best chance of succeeding. And that offer 2A should be basically something really random close to the number that you are prepared to go to. So if you were offering 125,000, for example, then you increase that offer to 126,753 pounds, and then your 3rd and final offer would be again another random number that's the absolute max that you can go to. Psychology suggests that if it's a really random number, that you have absolutely squeezed out every penny that you've got available to you. If you just simply go up in round numbers like 500s, thousands, whatever it is, there'll always be that squeeze, that thought process that you could find a little bit more. But by giving that little difference in numbers, that's going to give you that better chance of that 2nd offer being accepted. So offer 1, low ball, cheeky offer, hopefully it's going to get accepted. Offer 2, realistic, the one that we really want to push, and that's the one that we're going to stick to for a few weeks at that point. And then offer 3, which is something that we don't always do, but however, if we do feel like that vendor is on the cusp of taking something and it genuinely is a few £1,000s or a couple of £1,000 that's going to make the difference, obviously to us, as long as the due diligence demonstrates that that's possible, we can do that, and we can sometimes negotiate something else in return. There might be furniture in the property or whatever it might be. So just something to bear in mind around the numbers that you have got. So with those numbers in mind, what you also want to consider is the time frame that those offers are made. So offer 1 is made obviously when you make the offer. Now offer 2, you're going to want to wait at least 2 weeks from offer 1 being rejected before you increase your offer. If you increase that offer too quickly after offer 1 has been rejected, then you're going to get into a negotiation. You're going to give off the impression that you can increase your offer substantially, and it's going to slow the whole process down. Now, yes, someone might come in the meantime and offer more. However, what you're going to do is make sure that the agent understands that if someone else comes in and offers more for that property within those 2 weeks, that they let you know, because you can then see what you can do. Now, obviously, that's not pushing anything around what you can do right now, but it is saying if the motivation changes, someone else comes and offers more, we can see what we can do. Now, after those 2 weeks have gone, you'll submit offer 2. So if they've still stuck by their guns, there's not really looking like anything's going to move, the property's still on the market, and they're still doing viewings, and there's still viewings happening, then you're going to make offer number 2. Now, offer number 2 is obviously that realistic number that you want to achieve. Now, if offer number 2 is rejected, then what I want you to do is wait for at least another 4 to 6 weeks before offer number 3 is submitted. Now, in a market that we've just gone through in the bubble, that would have been pointless. You wouldn't even have got to offer number 2 because the property would have sold as quickly as it came on. The market that we're in now, and we're moving into more and more, is a market where vendors are going to hold out. They're not going to get the interest. They're going to suddenly have motivation changes around buying another property, relocation, whatever it is that made them put their property on the first place. And that means that they're going to be more likely to consider offers that have come in at the point that their motivation changes. So obviously, between offer 1 going in and offer 3 going in, that's going to be easily sort of 6 to 8 weeks, which means that in that time, 2 months, realistically, we're going to be able to get a real feel for how motivated they are. And that third offer is absolutely best and final. We're not going to increase more. There's not even a room for a couple of grand or anything else. That's it, done. So that's the offer process. That's the pyramid that we want you to follow. So hopeful price, the right price, a little bit more if it's going to make the difference price. We're submitting that instantly, second week, then 4 to 6 weeks after that. Now, what I also want you to do is I want you to consider how you submit your offers through to agents and to direct to owner. Because the way that you submit your offers is also going to play a part in how many offers are successfully accepted. So what we always do, we put our offer in over the telephone, but we'll also submit our offer via email or in writing, usually by email. And that breaks down how we have come to the offer that we have made. So we break down the due diligence, we break down the comparables, we let them know exactly what that actual market value is by our estimation. We look at the refurbishment costs and we submit that all fully transparent so that the vendor is fully aware of what it is that we are doing. Now, whether the agent passes that on or not, I'm not entirely sure. But what it does do is it encourages the agent to speak with you about the numbers that you have come to. Now, what's interesting about that is the fact that the agent might actually come back and suggest something slightly different around the numbers around the market appraisal, for example. So you might be able to adjust your numbers based on what they tell you. Now, obviously, they might tell you something that's a load of nonsense just to get you to increase your offer, but you can do your own due diligence on that. You've already done your area research, you know your numbers, so actually you're going to be able to see right through any sort of tactics to get you to increase the offer, but they may well have information that you don't have access to that suggests that the property values more for a particular reason. If they do, ask for that evidence, have a look at it, see if it's fair and honest, and if it is, then you can maybe consider looking at the offer that you've made, and then obviously you can look at offer 2. Offer 2 is going to be more realistic, but actually it just means that you're going to maybe increase that offer more quickly based on that due diligence. Don't add another offer in, just then go from 2 to 3 like I've mentioned, and take things from there. So just to summarize, I know we've gone through a lot of information on that offers on this offers video. So number 1 is 3 offer process, the Miramar pyramid. Now that is hopeful price, realistic price, and then the absolute best and final price. We're going to offer that on day 1, then week 2, and then weeks 4 to 6 weeks after week 2. And then submit that offer with the detail and the workings out so that the agents know, A, that you're professional and that you're not trying to pull a fast one, but B, also to then build that credibility and open up a conversation that maybe presents itself with another opportunity. Do that and you will absolutely have more offers accepted, you'll get more deals done, and obviously you'll do more for your own portfolio as well as that for growing your clients too.